There we go. What I'm going to do now, we're reaching up to the arms and I'm going to start helping this arm. There, and she's right-handed. So the intention here is to really allow Ashna just to let go of this arm. But for a long while, when we're working with whatever side it is, the arm starts pulling in towards the spine here. And depending on what muscles you overuse, it can really start to hamper the scapula. There's a floating bone here. It just takes one muscle to be tense to make this bone get stuck. And that's how you get frozen shoulder. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my hand underneath Ashna's armpit. I'm going to take all the weight. And that's it, Ashna, you just let go. So I'm just bearing all the weight of this arm, and then here. Start to massage into all these muscle groups that are holding this arm. Into the side of the lats, teres major, minor. Going into the traps. Using the tiger claw to pull, that feels nice. Yeah, so pulling, using the tiger claw to pull from the spine, away from the spine, to really start stretching out these muscles here. Circular motions. So everyone is different, but then there's certain archetypes, there's certain things that I do will look similar to everyone else because there's certain archetypes that are the same. But the approach every time can be different. Got my hand underneath the armpit again, switching hands. Gonna go into the traps with my palms. Circle. How does that feel? Oh, there we go. So relax the traps away from the neck, which is pulling here on the neck. There. Circular motions. Depends on how big the person is. Sometimes you can go on the elbow here, but for Ashna, I don't really need to. Just bearing the weight. So remember, I'm using my arms, but I'm putting my whole body weight into it. There. So now we're going to hold on to the whole arm. I'm just going to just gently lift. And then remind her just to let go, lift, let go, lift, let go. But sometimes when you do this, they forget to let go. So now we encourage them to let go. Yeah, there we go. So you see this, actually, this is a subconscious thing, When people hold on here, they don't realize they're holding on. There. Yeah, so that's getting looser now, yeah? Good. So you're lifting up and then remind them, just let go. Lifting up, let go. There. There. Tiger claw again. Remember, palms and fingertips. I'm pulling with my whole body weight, pulling with the whole body weight. So the viewers that have been really following along, you've noticed that every single time, we're eventually, slowly but surely, I've been showing you different techniques. So in the beginning of the journey, you guys have been learning about watching the breath, the ebb and flow breath. You've learned how to introduce yourself to the person's body. You learn how to observe, be observant of the person's breath, and also how their body is moving as the breath comes and goes. And then I introduce you to the technique of bong, remember? The bong, being heavy-handed, the bounce. And then now introducing you to the tiger claw. So the more you watch, the more I'll start to reveal different techniques. They'll be given names to the techniques that you can practice, the different tools that you can add to your toolbox. There. That's loosen now. There. Right, arms underneath the arm, hands underneath the armpits again. I'm gonna rub. Lateral rubbing or circular. It's up to you. But I do prefer circular, this is much more, it helps out more circular. Circular movements really help. Then now I'm going to hold on to the muscles, the triceps and the biceps, and wrap them around the bones. How does that feel? There we go, that's so interesting, look. Can you imagine the muscles are being wrapped around the bone? Just like when we make wonderful chicken drumsticks and the bone just pulls right out. Yeah, so that's there. Right down towards the elbow joint. And here with the elbow joint, you've got some ligaments here, tendons. Yeah, give it a helping hand. There. How's that feel?
Really good.
Yeah.
I always have tension in my forearms as well.
Yeah. Slowly just release it. With the sides here. So just when you get to the elbow joint, really have some emphasis around here. And then now we get towards the forearms. Rattle the muscles around the bone. And then using the bear hug, yeah, with my whole body, with integrity, I'm hugging the forearms. But as I'm doing so, I'm really sending ripples with my fingers. I'm hugging and rippling the fingers. So it sends like pulses and waves. Yeah. Yeah. Then continue on down towards the wrist. And when we get to the wrist again, remember there's tendons and ligaments down here. Each time you reach a joint, just slow down and really give the ligaments and the tendons around the joints a little helping hand. Yeah, a little helping hand. And then bear hugging, using the thumbs on the wrist pivot point, rippling the fingers underneath. Start to reintroduce these motions along the joint. How's that feel?
Really good.
Ooh.
I don't think I've ever experienced that before.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
And to the touch, for me, it feels like crunchy. See, I can feel it's crunchy here.
Yeah.
Just gently but firmly, lovingly but compassionately, start to give the palms a little helping hand. We're now getting towards the thumbs, holding on to the whole of the joint, gently rotating. Hey. Holding on to the other side, the phalanges, little finger around the ring finger, simultaneously rub and rotate, pulsate. There we go. And now towards the index and the forefingers, holding both. Once again, Yeah, rotation, give them a little movement. Ah, there. And then holding on to the whole of the hands. Give it a little stretch. Pulling. Yeah. And then just hold on to all the fingers. Give them a little stretch. There we go. Nice. Whoosh. Let's return this here, and that should feel comfortable.
Very relaxed.
Yes, good. Right, let's go on now, helping the other shoulder. Change my position, so there we go. So remember, we're pulling using the tiger claw, pulling from the spine outwards. In fact, let's leave this here for a minute. No, that's better there, isn't it? Yeah. Do I need to readjust for you?
Maybe a little bit up actually.
Good. The head. Yeah, try that.
Yeah, that works.
Is that better?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Good. Chest, does it need to be higher?
I think it's okay.
Yeah? Okay, good. There. So on the tiger claw, pulling from the spine away. Then tiger claw, circular motions. Yeah. And I've got my arm underneath Ashna's armpit, just a bit of weight. So that she can really let go of this arm. No need to hold on anymore. Sometimes we just have to verbally remind someone that they don't need to hold on, you know, and then that starts to trigger, or we can make a suggestion, a conscious suggestion for them just to let go, because many of the times we are holding on unconsciously. So it's nice for someone to come along and say, you know what, no, you don't need to hold on anymore, everything's fine, just let go. Take a nice breath, Ashna. Ah, there. And again. Ah, there we go. And again. So for the ones learn, you'll find that every now and then you'll remind the person to just take a gentle, conscious, gentle breath, and then they'll start to becoming more mindful of their breath again. Then once again, we're back on the track. They start to trance, you know. When they become mindful of the breath, they can start trancing out, as in that they become more connected to the body again. I find that through some of my sessions, as I'm working with someone, they will start talking and just random stuff, and I'll listen and let them speak it, you know. Sometimes they might say stuff that's on their mind or whatever it is. But then when I find that they're becoming too transfixed in what they're saying, I'll remind them again, just take a breath in, sigh, and then that's it. They become less transfixed on what's happening in their mind and become more embodied. Hey. Let's go to the lats here. Yeah, teres major, teres minor. Circular motions. Hey. Good. Hey. There we go. And then now start to let go. Let go. Let go. The gentle breathing here. Conscious breaths here. There we go. So I'm patting directly here, just where just below the cervical spine, just to kind of emphasize a bit more separation between the right arm and the left arm. along this spinal area here. So as Ashna breathes, we give these nerves a little bit more space. There, so there's more separation between left and right. So in our philosophy, we say that actually you only got one arm. There's actually one arm, and there's the center of it. So it's not really left or right from our philosophy. Here, there. Good. There. So now, let's bring this energy down. Got the hands underneath the armpits. So let's say I got my right arm. Remember you guys, learning at home, move your body around in such a way where it's easy for you. Don't make it hard for yourself. Make it easy for yourself. And remember, have your integrity, meaning that you're grounded and you're centered and you're calm, so that when you're working on another person, they can really feel it as well. It's nice circular motions. Tiger claw going down. There. There. And now we're going to hold on to the triads and the biceps and tricep, and then going to wrap them around the bone. Wrap them around the bone. And that's going to feel like heaven. Ooh. There, wrap them around the bone. There we go. I'm going to rechange my position so I'm a bit lower. And then now we're going to go towards the elbows. And remember, there's ligaments and tendons here. Just gently. Little circles around the elbows helps. You can pull and let go, pull and let go. And then where the crease of the elbow on the other side, you could hold on as well. Palpate. Little bear hugs. There we go. It's going down the forearms. Rattling the muscle around the bone. And we're going to start to bear hug the forearms. And remember, as you're bear hugging, send little ripples through with your fingers. There. Going now down towards the wrists. Gentle again around the wrist. You've got ligaments and tendons here. Just little bear hugs. And now fingers along the palms. Bear hugging and rippling. And then using the thumb on the pivot of the joint, gently, along with the bear hug, reintroducing these motions, these movements for the person. Oh, how's that feel, Ashna?
Really good.
Yeah. See some clicking here, I can hear clicking, but that's all right. Yeah. So I've been quite firm, but at the same time gentle. And for the ones learning, remember, just, always ask the person how they're feeling. Be observant of their breathing, but also be observant how they're twitching, if they're moving in their seat and stuff. Be very present. Holding on to the whole of the thumb, along the meat or the belly of the thumb, this area here, with the bear hug, and we're going to gently rotate. Good. Holding on to the belly of the ring finger and the little finger. Gently rotate. And now we've got the forefinger and the ring finger together with the fingers underneath. Bear hug. Rotate. So we're giving all these phalanges a nice little stretch, giving all these tendons and the muscles a little seam to. And now stretch everything out. So the good stretch is this. holding the little finger here. See, you're having fun with your little finger, and it's a nice look, kind of like a star shape, giving every digit a nice little stretch. There. Right. So now, Ashna, do I need to adjust the seat for you at all?
Yeah, maybe a bit more up actually.
Yeah? Okay, a bit higher. The neck?
Yeah.
How about here? This? What about the chest area? How's the chest area feeling? Does the chest area need to be raised?
I think the chest is okay.
Yeah, fine. Okay, good. Now we go. So now from the beginning to where we are now, you notice now that Ashna's spine is much more upright. In the beginning, it was hunched forward. So now it's more upright, which gives us space now to really work towards the neck. So we're going over the traps, the shoulders. There. How's that feel?
Really good.
There we go, let your arms dangle. So now, Ashna, just imagine your arms are like lead. Just like lead. And together, our intention now is to really allow your arms just to become more free. Because for ages, when we sat down, hunched up, our shoulders start rising and our neck starts shrugging. It's almost like we become like a dinosaur or even a turtle. So now really allow your arms to become nice and heavy. Work along your shoulders. There. So when I'm slowing down, and I'm starting to push down, give it a little bit of weight, not too much. How's that feel?
Good. Really good.
Yeah, so there's an emphasis here just to really help Ashna just to let her shoulders drop a bit more. I'm not putting too much weight because if I put too much weight, it becomes counterproductive. She starts shrugging up. So find that, there you go, find that sweet spot. It's like a dance really. It's that point where you're both kind of working together, a nice gentle deep breath. Good, and then let it go. And as the breath goes, I just help a bit more. Nice breath. There we go. So if you've been enjoying what you've been watching so far, please leave a comment. Maybe you have a question. But also, if you haven't subscribed, do so. And we'll join you on the next video. These videos that we are creating, it helps people relax. But also, there's an element of teaching as well. Just to really share this knowledge so that yourself, the viewers, you can either help your parents, your loved ones, or your friends. And this is going to be something so amazing and wonderful because the more we help each other out, the community becomes more stronger like this. The family bond becomes more strong like this. So I encourage you, please share this video to any of your friends and family that you feel that might help. But also for yourself, if you're ever at home and you want to help your family member out, turn the video on and follow along. And you can't go wrong. There, nice deep breath. Yeah. So, please, Ashna, take a gentle but deep breath. So that's a wonderful sign. So now, as I ask Ashna to breathe, I notice that her body expands. It's expanding more like a circular expansion, whereas in the beginning, when she breathed in, her shoulder raised. They're raised. Now she breathes in, her body expands outwardly rather than her shoulders rising. So that's really good. So now we're going to go towards the neck. And before we started, I tried a bit of Tiger Balm on Ashna to see if she had any reaction to it. And as of yet, I haven't come across anyone who has any reaction to Tiger Balm. But what we're going to do now, we're going to apply a little bit of Tiger Balm along the cervical spine, along the neck. Yeah? There we go. I'm going to apply a little bit of Tiger Balm along the cervical, along the neck. And this stuff, Ashna's Asian, I'm sure she's used Tiger Balm in her household.
Always.
If you're Asian, you know. And now a lot of viewers are knowing about the Tiger Balm as well.
If you know, you know.
So if you are a worker at Tiger Bomb, please get hold of me and sponsor me, please, Tiger Bomb. Please, someone clip it and then send it to Tiger Bomb. Because, you know, every single video I'm always saying how good Tiger Bomb is. And as of yet, I'm not sponsored, so I'm looking forward to it. It's going to happen though. Like, trust me, Tiger Bomb will be contacting me. But yeah, so let's start applying the Tiger Bomb into this area. So for you guys at home, if your family members are having headache or shoulder pain or anything like that, but let's say migraine or headache, what really helps is to apply the Tiger Bomb along the shoulders here, you see, on either side. Imagine there's a crucifix here, like a cross, yes? Along the shoulder blades, apply Tiger Bombs along down the spine, down the cross, yes? Directly on the spine, but also along either side of the spine, rubbing up and down here like this, along the shoulders. And then it was really good if you introduce circular motions like this. Circular motions. And also along the base of the skull, the base of the head, along the neck. And then start to massage. Gentle circular motions. And when you see, using your hands like they're clay, really mold into the contours of their body. So look, I'm really allowing my hands to mold into Ashna's neck here. How does that feel, Ashna? Ooh, see, it's like heaven. So if you do this for you wonderful viewers at home, you'll really help your loved ones, especially if they've got a headache or migraine. Because a lot of times when we have a migraine or headache, it's all because of the shoulders and neck. And people are thinking, oh, like, how come I got this headache? So rather drinking a paracetamol or aspirin, which, you know, it helps, but remember, it only kind of, it's like a chemical, isn't it? It blocks the nerve endings of pain. But if you can massage your loved ones like this, you're going directly to the root of the problem. Yeah, you're not just cheating, you're really going to the root of the problem, really helping them out. And I always say this, you know, if we are able to help our family members like this, it's such a good way to bond. It's such a good way to break the ice, you know. You know, we're social creatures, and you imagine the chimpanzees and the apes. They're picking nits and stuff off each other. But when you're massaging one another like this, especially in the family or with your friends and stuff, you're bonding. It's such a good way to bond. Right. So now what I'm doing here is I'm pulling towards the base of Ashna's cranium of her head, and then going into these points here where the base meets the neck. This is the occipital points here. You feel it, Ashna? Ooh, here. She's holding on, and then just little circles. So I'm pulling towards myself. Pulling towards myself here. There, and Ashna, nice, gentle, deep breath. Ah, there. And again, so as I breathe in, the body expands into this point, and then when they breathe out, just circular motions, and again, there, and again. Ooh, see, oh. And as Ashna breathes like this, I can notice one point is rising more than the other, so I know there's slight imbalance here as well. So, as we said early on the video, in part one, what we're going to do now is, once we've relaxed more of this, I'm going to give Ashna's spine more mobility. We're going to start to introduce more movements into it, into her spine. There we go, now circular motions. You could tap dance along, using your fingers to tap dance along this area. Yeah, gentle but firm. There. And then I'm going to release the hair. So energy, remember, cannot be created or destroyed, but it's transformed from one form to another. And in this case here, this tension, rather than allowing it to be stuck here and pulsating around, we're moving it around. So as Ashna breathes in, her body expands. And when she breathes out, some of this energy can be released through the form of her expressing herself. So if you listen carefully, you can hear Ashna like sighing. She's breathing in, as she breath goes, she sighs out. So that's some of the tension being released there. And as me, someone helping, I can start to move this energy around. So we started from the root and moved all this energy. We started from the root and we started moving all this tension upwards. We moved the energy down the arms towards the wrists and the fingers and out for the fingers. Now we're moving up towards the neck, and it's going to dispel this tension through the crown. And remember, the crown is actually here. You know, you guys are talking about chakras. The crown chakra is actually here. It's not a part of the body, it's here. Yeah, it's just floating above the head. So I'm envisioning, my intention now is to really release this energy upwards. Yeah, there we go. Allowing my hands to really mold around Ashna's head now. Got a tiger claw again. There we go. Oh. Yes. Yeah. It's so wonderful. So remember, guys, for your friends and family, you've got headaches, start with the cross and then moving up towards the crown. And that's going to dispel any tension you have. It will help. It will help. But for the ones who are learning, you know, you should by now know how to do much more. And thank you so much for the ones that have been following along with these videos and been learning. I always feel very warm inside and very humbled and honoured that I have somehow left something for humanity, and that there are people out there who are learning, so you in turn can pass this knowledge down to your loved ones, to your friends and family, and even to your children. And the more that we can help one another like this, the more we can heal each other. Oh, how beautiful, how much better the world will become. Oi. Okay, so now Ashna, please gently rise towards me. So what we're going to do now is we're going to introduce some movements back into Ashna's spine. Yes, there we go. There we go. Just so we can see your beautiful face. Always forget to sort people's hair. They always end up looking like Mowgli or something, like a wild jungle person.
That's how it feels after the
Yes.
massage.
So we're going to do, let your arms dangle, and then with your eyes closed, I'm going to start reintroducing these motions here. There we go. And what we're doing here, which is reintroducing this torsioning. Because imagine if you hunch down a lot, if you overuse your right side, for example, you'd be like this all the time. You see that? And this is how you was in the beginning. This is an exaggeration of it. But now everything's loose, and it starts to remind you that actually this shoulder can go backwards as well. Yes, and we do it evenly on both sides. But at the same time, I've got my fingers right here, with the pecs here, and towards the shoulders. You feel it's tense here. And I hold on, and then they go. And just gently breathing in and out. There. So when I follow on with your breath. Hey. Good. Keep it up. Good. And with Ashna's, with her eyes closed now, she can start to really visualize the possibilities. All these movements that she might have forgotten about. And that's what tends to happen when we're not too conscious of what's happening. Good. Well done. And a nice deep breath. Let it go. Nice deep breath. Let it go. Whoosh. Ooh, here we go. So you notice there was a correction down here. And that was what I described earlier on. There was like some kind of like impingement here. So as we did that with the breath, we made a correction here. And then again, gentle breathing. Now we start to reintroduce this more movement back towards the left side. There. And this left side needs to be reminded that, oh, wait a minute, I can actually go a bit forwards more. There. Good. And then now a nice deep breath. Let it go. Whoosh. And there was a correction there. And that was more to do long here, isn't it? Right. And then now we're going to, let's remove this, let me get this in the way. I'm going to put my hands over Ashna's chest like this. I'm going to ask her just to breathe into my hands. And then, so as she breathes out, I'm going to compress, breathing into my hands. So we can encourage the shoulders to go further back, but also relaxing this chest area here. Good. Well done. Nice breath. Now we start opening up the diaphragm. There, breathing in. Elongating the spine further. Nice breath. There. And then push. How did that feel? So then nice correction along the thoracic there. And then now let's end with patting. Really breathing into your chest. So now as you breathe in, Ashna, really encourage yourself just for the chest to rise. See, now the shoulders are not rising as much. In the beginning, when she breathed, her shoulders were rising. But now there's a nice, natural arc to the back now. The lumbar is less hampered. There. And now we have it. So Ashna, let's ask her. Eyes open, how are you feeling?
Really good. Very relaxed. Very good.
Oh man.
Completely open.
Awesome. Anything to report back? How did it feel throughout the session?
Incredible. Yeah, philosophy-wise, had
Sorry. Yeah.
lots of knowledge.
Oh, thank you.
About my body and how it affects day to day, and body-wise, just super open, like super relaxed.
Oh.
Yeah, super relaxed.
Thank you for putting your trust in me and allowing me to help you to my best abilities.
Thank you very much. Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing therapy.
And keep up with the yoga, as we were talking about. You know, we're both really lucky to come from cultures that know about the breathing, about mindfulness and stuff.
Yeah.
So keep it up.
I will. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, everyone, that was Ashna. I hope you enjoyed what you was watching, and if you did, please leave a comment. Maybe leave some comments if you have any questions or so. But if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Avatars, until the next time. I am the avatar known as Tao Chi Kai. Om Ni Fu Om.
Thank you.
Thank you.